Hey everyone. Today we're going to talk about grading groups and how to differentiate using those grading groups. So you can assign certain students certain assignments or certain versions of a test and things like that. So let's start by jumping into a course. And let's go ahead and open up an item we have in the course. So here I have a homework assignment. And when I open that up and go to edit, at the bottom of the setup screen of the assignment or test, you will see under options these three little dots, and these allow you to individually assign this particular item to a particular student or group of students. So I just clicked on those dots, and now I have this assign to box. So what I can do is start typing in the name of some of my students, or maybe just one student. When you use this assign to box, the people you put in the box are the only ones who will be able to see this assignment. So Mr. Davis is in the box, and now when he logs into Schoology, he will see the chapter 10 homework, but nobody else will see it but him. Another way you can do these grading groups is you can go to members, and then on your members page over on the right hand side, there's this organize members into grading groups area, and when you hover over it, it says add grading group. So you can preset your grading groups in advance. So let's say I have some kiddos who maybe have special needs or on IEPs, and they need a different version of a test, maybe a test with fewer multiple choice options or a little bit longer due date, things like that. So I can make an IEP group and I can put just certain students in it. So I have just a fake student account here that I like to use. And so I'm going to put that student in my IEP group. I'm going to create the grading group. The great thing about grading groups is students don't know they're in grading groups. They'll never know they're in a special group. So now under this student, I see the little grading group listed under his or her name. Now, it might be wise to create a grading group for everyone else in the class. So maybe everybody who is not on an IEP or everyone who doesn't need special accommodations. So then you can just go through and select everybody else in the class. And I just have some of my fellow teachers in here as examples. So I'm going to create a grading group for all the non-special needs members. And you could see what groups they're in. Students can belong to several groups. Maybe I'm doing teams. Maybe I have a red team, and these two are in that. And then maybe I have a blue team. Whoops, wrong place. Here we go. And these students are in that. So you can see students can belong to several different groups. So now when I go back to my assignments, so chapter 1 test, for example, and I go to edit, I can go down to individually assign, and now I can just type in the name of that group, maybe red team. There it is. And so now only the red team students will be able to see this particular assignment. Now, how do you duplicate a test or something so that you can make a modified version of it? Well, what you can do is you can, once you create the test, you can go into the gear icon and then go to Save to Resources. And just save it to your resources area. And if you have folders and collections set up, you can choose those. I talk about resources a little bit more in depth in another video. Once it's in your resources area, you can pull it back out as a duplicated test in this course. So go to Add Materials at the top, Import from Resources, and pull that test back out. So there it is, Chapter 1 test, import, and import. So now I have 2 Chapter 1 tests. Just so you don't confuse yourself, you may want to edit the name of it, maybe put a little asterisk next to it, just so you know which is which. And then what I can do is I can come in here to my modified test. I can change the instructions. I can change the questions. I could maybe give them a little bit longer due date on this one, a little bit more wiggle room. And then I can assign this to my IEP kiddos. When they log into Schoology, they will see the Chapter 1 test. And just so that they don't get confused and see the original version of the test, I can then go to the original version of the test, go to Edit, and I can assign the original test to the Everyone Else group. So now the Everyone Else people will only see the original test, and my IEP people will only see the modified test. So that's the major advantage to setting up grading groups, is you can do this in a way where certain students will only see certain items that you want them to see. Okay, I hope this helped you a little bit with grading groups and differentiation. Thanks for watching.